to James.
Hi.
Hey, how you doing?
Hi,
Fine.
James.
How both of you doing?
Excellent.
All right.
Joe, did you get your drink? Is that you okay now?
I did. I'm great. Thank you.
Tracey, Joe, I don't know if I can follow up the other interviewer because he was pretty good, and I'm just some little guy in St. Louis, and I don't know because Tracey, what you were telling him on what you tell the people that you coach was so interesting. Would you mind repeating that?
Okay. And the part. All right, just give me the part about the teaching. Is that and how I prepare them?
Yes, and not only that, what's really going on in Hollywood.
Oh, what's really going on in Hollywood? Okay. Well, what's important for me is before an actor makes the decision in being an actor, one of the questions that I ask them is, why did you choose acting, or did acting choose you? And you have to be honest and understand that when you come on this journey, there are things that you need to be equipped with. And one is, patience. This is a process. Being an actor, it's not tangible. You are not going to graduate from college and get a job. So you also need to, it's important, the morale of the actors is very important for me. And another thing I wanted to say is that in dealing with celebrities, I'm really blessed with seeing them, their authentic self. I'm in their hotel rooms, I'm in the studio, I'm on the road with them. And so I'm like a confidant. And I don't, expose any of their lives or anything like that, but I do a check-in with them and make sure that they're, good mentally and that they're motivated and that they are, and I deal with celebrities who have dual careers. So I usually read the script and then I'm the interpreter of the character. I break down everything. I also think that a part of being an actor is training. And it's really important training, because what job do you take that you don't know anything about and you just do it? You don't. And so it's the arts is that place where people are like, oh, it's a hobby. Oh, they kind of like make light of it. But Joe will tell you 14, 24 hours I have on a set. It's a job. And so you need to understand the business that you are entering in, and you need to understand the journey of that what it entails.
Following up on that, I also heard what you said. You have your friends and family members say, "Hey, why don't you stop doing that and get a real job?" And I find
It's
that
true.
very interesting. Yeah, it is very true. Now, Joe Morton, Emmy-winning actor. Joe, you've been out there. I mean, brother from another planet. Here we are today, 2022. What are the things that you've experienced as an African American actor?
My experiences as an African American actor, pretty varied. I mean, look, it goes from doing something like Brother from Another Planet, which is about someone who is trying to make change not only in his own personal life but in the world that is around him. I've also gone through a lot of what we talk about on the show, which is being having to deal with people who don't understand what it means to be a person of color in this business. Without sort of giving out names, I was in a situation where a very famous director told a really wonderful Black actor that he needed to be more Black. And when I heard what was said, I went in and sort of confronted that director by saying, number one, what do you know about Black people? Number two, you have no right to tell any particular Black actor that they need to be more or less Black than they are, especially if you don't know what that means. Today, the world has fortunately changed in a lot of ways. We have things like The Harder They Fall, The Passing, True Story, all of these things where Black people are producers as well as directors, as well as writers. This past season on Broadway, there were 20 shows on Broadway, 8 of which were written, directed, and performed by Black folks. So that's all an indication of things moving forward, much different than when I started. And thank God I'm here to sort of witness the change and be part of that change. And what we hope to imbue our students with is the idea that they too are part of that change and will be part of the change that comes in their own future.
Very quickly, Tracey, and then Joe, what can we expect to see in Inside the Black Box? Very quickly.
You're going to see groundbreaking TV. That's what you should expect. You're going to see a platform where you will see Black actors, directors, producers, casting directors of color sharing their stories for the first time. And you will see a plethora of talented actors showcasing their talent.
What she said.
All right, before we get out of here, I got to ask Joe one more question. Joe, when are we going to see the 2K Brother from Another Planet?
Ask the question one more time.
When are we going to see the 2K Brother from Another Planet? Yeah.
Well, so unless someone else comes up with an idea on how to do a sequel to Brother from Another Planet, I think what we have is what we'll keep, which is actually in a certain way fine with me. I mean, it'd be lovely to see, maybe it would be interesting to see the brother 20, 30 years later, at what he is doing, what his community is like, and to see other aliens maybe who have escaped from wherever they are and come to this planet. It might be a really interesting way of talking about immigration.
It would be. Joe Morton, Tracey Moore, thank you so much for joining us on Morning Blend and talking about Crackle's new 10-episode series, Inside the Black Box.